So in this tutorial, we're going to actually start to look at a specific course from our dashboard. So here I've got the three tiles related to courses on my dashboard, and I'm going to go into my sandbox course. So I'm going to click on the tile related to my sandbox course, and that's going to bring me to that particular course's homepage. So this is what your homepage is going to look like if you haven't put any work into one of your courses. And I figured this is the perfect place to start so we can all start at the exact same starting point, assuming that you haven't made any changes yet. Now, if you have made changes, obviously your landing page for your course might look different than mine. But I wanted to start here so we can look at everything related to a specific course that has not been touched. So, I've landed in the particular page for this specific course. I can see the section up here. And so let's go ahead and talk a little bit about some of the things I'm going to find in this first page on any of my courses. So here in the left-hand panel, I'm going to see again my global navigation. I'm also going to have help, which we'll talk about in a little bit, and how this can actually help us with content creation or finding answers to common questions you might have. Here on the left-hand side, I'm going to have the navigation bar related to this particular course. So I can hide this if I need to, if I want more space to work with, by clicking this icon here, or I can show it again. Now in a little bit, we're going to talk a little more about some of the options that you have here and best practices for kind of customizing this navigation bar for both you and your students. Here in the central area of my course landing page, I've got two really important pieces of information. First, I'm going to have this recent activity box that's going to tell me a little bit about my recent messages, and this is something that you're going to see and your students would potentially see. And then here, this is an instructor-only box that you're going to see, which includes a setup checklist. And so we're going to talk about this in just a moment, and we're going to discuss what happens if you click on this setup checklist. Okay, but just so you understand, only you will see this, your students will not. And then finally over here in the right-hand corner, or right-hand side, you're going to notice that you have several different buttons. A publish versus unpublished button, and then you're also going to have all of these links here where you can choose to import things from the Commons, choose a home page. Again, you can access this checklist, and you can also create a new announcement. And then in a later tutorial, we're going to talk a little bit about the calendar and due dates. So this is your general layout for this particular type of course. And again, this is if you haven't done anything at this point in time in a Canvas course. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to start looking first in this next tutorial at the setup checklist, and then eventually we'll work our way over here to the navigation bar, and we'll start talking a little bit more about the individual course settings.